In May 2013, I took a trip to Koh Phangan, Thailand. It's an island off the coast of a bigger island, Koh Samui. So to get there, you have to either fly or take a ferry from the mainland to Koh Samui, and then take another ferry to Koh Phangan. I came here looking to partake in a lot of different spiritual activities. I was kind of tired of traveling around Asia. I had been here for 3 months already, and I just wanted to come and turn inwards, and I found this to be the right place for that. I stayed by Zen Beach, which is a very spiritual community, bohemian vibes, eclectic music playing every night, and there were a few nearby cafes where I could get breakfast and coffee, so I was pretty satisfied. I went to the beach every day. The water was so peaceful, and it was very warm this time of the year. It was like bath water. So the only time it made sense to go swimming was at sunset. And here is the nightly drum circle. There were babies, older people, people my age, people from all walks of life. It's a nudist beach, so I had to be careful when I was filming. And the sunset every night was so beautiful. Each night was a little different. And this place is called Grasshopper Beach Bar. I never got a drink or food or anything here, but I visited a few nights to see what was happening, and they always had a DJ of some sort, which was quite fun. While I was here, I did a lot of spiritual classes, and I did 3, I think, at this place called the Jade Temple. It was nestled in the jungle, and it was a really good vibe. Oh, I think this was I did a singing circle, which was really cool. I really enjoyed that. That was the first time I ever did something of the sort. And here's something I'm proud of. Every morning for a week straight, I meditated for an hour. This place called Sama Karuna had free meditation classes every morning. I found starting the day like this really influenced my relaxation for the whole day. What really helped me with this meditation is knowing that your mind is supposed to drift while you're meditating. It's a given, essentially. Like, even people who meditate every day aren't completely still, physically and mentally. And this was one of my favorite classes I did while I was here. It was a guided meditation and aromatherapy session at Orion Healing. I had been used to doing silent meditations every morning, and then when some voice and music was introduced into the practice, I really got a little bit of a dopamine hit from that. Here's a little bit of footage from the ecstatic dance I went to. They really didn't want anybody filming on the dance floor, but this is a little bit of what the surrounding area looked like. It was in the woods, really. You had to walk up a little mountain to get here, and it was quite the vibe. It took me a while to not really care what other people were thinking about me while I was dancing, but I eventually did get into a really, really good groove, and I felt that when my energy shifted, I began to connect with other people, even though I wasn't really like trying to dance with them. I felt like their energy was like balancing well with mine. Yeah, it definitely sounds like I spent some time in Koh Phangan. Very cliche, but one of the first things I did when I got to the island was get some pad Thai. I know there's so many delicious Thai dishes, but I found myself getting pad Thai over and over. It's just so good. Film the cat and you. One cool thing about Koh Phangan was there were a lot of cats everywhere. I always like saying hi to the local cats. I didn't rent a scooter while I was here. Instead, I rented a bicycle, which wasn't the easiest thing when it was 100 degrees. I treated myself one day and I hopped on one of these little trucks that can take you around, and I went to a coffee shop that was too far to bike to. It's called Balance. I think the aesthetic lives up to its name. The latte was really good. Definitely didn't need this, but I got a second coffee. Thank you. And this poke place was really, really good. I came here like 5 times. One of the best parts, honestly, was the AC. Well, the best part was the food, but the AC was a nice touch. This cafe, called Warung Cafe, which I think is a Balinese thing, ironically enough, was one of my favorite ones I visited while I was here in Thailand. The staff members were so warm and friendly, and we joked around a little bit, and the coffee was good, and there was a cat to boot. I learned the cat's name was Potato, and Potato really liked hanging out in the bathroom.
What are you doing in here?
Hello! It's my last day, so I wanted to say goodbye.
Okay, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
I really liked this cafe too. The coffee was great, food was great, it was really quiet, and it's owned by a woman who also has a little storefront with candles and clothes out front, so I suggest you check it out if you're in the neighborhood. And this was my favorite latte I had in all of Koh Phangan. The ice ratio and the sweetness ratio was perfect. What are we gonna do? I ended up extending my time in Koh Phangan by a day because my friend Patch, who I met here, invited me on a tour of the island. Shades on. First, Patch took me to the site of the infamous full moon party. So this is the full moon party beach. Dope by Drop-In Bar. They like the name Emma around here, I guess. Yeah. That's not the first time I've seen an Emma bar. That's funny. And I imagine like 20 years ago it was completely different. Like the vibe.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's not 20, like 30 years ago.
30 years.
More than that.
Wow. Now everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
And here are some photos of the full moon parties of yesteryear. Next, Patch took me to a resort area that had closed down after COVID. And we went on this dock that was a little more dilapidated than she remembered. Patch wanted to swing by a hotel that she used to work at years ago and visit her friend. This is where Patch gave me a Thai inhaler, which is very popular. You sniff it and it smells like eucalyptus and mint, and it clears your nasal passage. Next, Patch took me to the Chinese temple goddess of mercy. Even though it was pretty far inland, you could see the ocean from the top. I admired its ornateness. I think the ocean is God too, because the ocean could do whatever she wants.
Yeah, now they claim down, but last night they was angry.
Yeah. After that, Patch took me to another beach. I was really spoiled that day. She took me all around. Again, it was like 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but Patch made a joke. You can tell tourists versus locals, because locals will have long sleeves on and tourists will be wearing next to nothing on the beach.
Yeah, right.
Then Patch took me to what was probably the best view in all of Koh Phangan. Technically, this place is a club, but it's also open during the day, apparently. You can come and get some lunch, play with the cute litter of kittens, and admire the view.
Just fit in my bag. Can I?
That's your dog. What's their name?
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, it means celebrate.
Celebrate?
Yeah, it means celebrate.
So cute. Before I knew it, it was time to say goodbye to Patch, her dog, and Koh Phangan. Bye, Kapunka! Kapunka! Okay. Thank you for convincing me to stay.
Thank you for staying.
Yes, thank you for convincing me. It was so nice.
Just tag me when you arrive there.
I really appreciated Patch's hospitality. That was really, really nice of her and such a cool thing to experience. Here's a bit of bonus content, you could say.
Maybe I come back, yeah.
I spent the night in Koh Samui before my flight early next morning, and I took some time to explore the local market and get some dinner. Thank you so much. And naturally, I went for the pad thai. I wasn't really creative with my food choices, but I did try some lychee juice, the most exotic option.
Thank you.
You need the bag?
No, I'm gonna drink it right now.
Yay! I picked up a few of these little flower soaps for souvenirs too.
Tonight, Stadium presents a night full of Muay Thai super fights. A fight card with only the best fighters of Samui. An event impossible to miss.
A girl from my positive psychology workshop gave me this crystal. It soaks up stuff that you want to leave behind, and then you can wash it off in the ocean, so I am going to do that.